Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Minecraft. In today's episode, we will be building a brand new building here in our cyberpunk city. Then we'll be building a brand new horse ranch out here in this little field we have next to our little sheep pen. So I guess we'll probably make a horse and cattle ranch. That could be pretty cool. But before we get ahead of ourselves, I want to make this path here. It's been plotted out for so long and it's been haunting me. Plus, it's going to be like leading up, to our horse ranch here. So I think it's worth making and kind of just getting out of the way and, doing a little bit of terraforming out here too. Like this creeper hole where I got my first creeper head. I think I gotta patch this up. It's been a nice little remembrance, but it's looking ugly. So of course, sit back, relax, and enjoy the montage. And there is our path and also our countryside path. I'm really liking how this looks. It's starting to look like there's more development around in general and like more places to go, which I think is really exciting. So this path leads out to our fishing outpost that we made like episode 2 or 3. And this path is going to lead straight to our ranch, and we're gonna have like a country house right here in the front with like a nice little porch and stuff. Maybe on the left here, there'll be all the cattle and stuff. And then on the right, we'll have all the horses. I think that will look really freaking sick, but we'll have to tear down a little bit of this forest. And I think eventually this path will lead out to the rest of the valley, because this valley we're in, man, is so big. That's what she said. Yeah, this valley goes out for so long, and there's even like a whole forest out there and a taiga biome with like another village over there. Like it's actually insane, and these mountains are so beautiful. So I'm really excited to eventually start working our way out here, but we still have so many more projects to work on, like in our village and in the cyberpunk city, and even like this house I want to work on. But before we head over to our cyberpunk city to make our new build, I want to go over the birch forest because you guys left a lot of really good suggestions, and I wanted to like show you guys what I've done. So for the mushrooms on the side of the trees, I was trying to figure out how to do. I ended up just doing jungle wood. A lot of you guys left a lot of good suggestions like trapdoors and like warped wood and crimson wood, and I just don't have a lot of crimson or warped wood to use. So I decided to use jungle wood because I have plenty of that, but also the jungle wood just looks like really good. Like it contrasts super well with the green and the white. I mean, I think almost anything does, right? But I think like the reddish kind of like faded red works really well with the green, and it just looks like brown mushrooms, like growing off the side of the trees. I also, you can kind of see some of the honey dripping right there. I added in the bees nests, and I think the bees nests are just a nice little hint of yellow. Oh, and the purple flowers, the alums. Oh, I think the alums are so sick. And one more thing before we head over, we talked about the bottom of the lake beds, and I decided to go with some of you guys' suggestions. And I added a few like fallen logs into the bottom of the water, and like a bunch of seagrass and like mossy boulders and a few little leaf piles. On this side, it also looks really good, but there's like a few empty spots like right here, and like there's one more down there and over on that end. And I want to add something else other than the boulders and the rocks. And I was thinking about doing like a rusted car that like fell into the water. I think that would be really cool, but I'm not sure if I want cars to be canon in this world. Because I kind of like the idea of like using horses for everything, but like doesn't make sense for the cyberpunk city. Like, am I going to use cars in the cyberpunk city as like little decals and stuff? Like, I'm not sure if I want to land on that yet. So I'm just going to let that idea kind of cook in the background, and maybe I'll come back around to it, or maybe I'll just be like, no cars. So since last episode, I've been slowly clearing out all of the land that I need for our cyberpunk city, and it's been taking so long. I've gotten most of the grass out. There's like a little chunk right here I got to work on too, but I've gotten like all this cleared out and a big chunk of that cleared out over there, and I still have all this stone over here I got to clear out, but I got to move our beacon closer over there. But I want to build another building. I want to make it right here on the corner, and I have a really, really cool idea for it. So I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk recently and just trying to get a little bit of inspiration. And one of the starting areas has this really cool, like, it's like this really cool corner building that has like kind of like an overhang, and then like the real building's like a little bit further back. And then like over here, like it'll be a bunch of like little like market, not market stalls, but like little vendors maybe. And then it's like an overhang, and then on top of that we could have like a restaurant or something cool. But I'm pretty excited for this build. I think we're gonna kind of lean a bit more gray with it. I think we're gonna go a bit more concrete looking for it. So I'm pretty excited for that. But also I wanna ask you guys a question. Do you see the difference between these two images? So 1 or 2? 1 or 2. Okay, so other than the grass being like a little bit darker and like a little bit weirder looking, the biggest difference is like the leaves, right? Like, do you guys notice that? Like, look how nice the leaves look over there and over here. Then we're gonna turn it off. And we're going back in. Like, look, I mean, I don't know how well YouTube handles this, but it just looks like a little choppier, you know? So I got this shader pack that adds anti-aliasing. That's what it's called. And I think it looks a little bit nicer on the eyes. So let me know feels on YouTube, you know? Like, does it feel a little bit nicer? Is the quality a little bit better, you know? So we're gonna be playing with that for the rest of the episode just to kind of test it out. Like, anyways, enough freaking waffling. Let's get building on this build. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the montage. And here is our new corner building here. I quite like how it looks. I kind of wanted to do like a really like kind of crazy shape to this because I wanted to kind of experiment with shapes and buildings because, like, you know, every building can be a square and have like a rounded corner and all that fancy stuff. So I wanted to kind of experiment and see what I could do with some shapes. So we kind of went with like a bit of like a slanted design here. We got like this kind of like a sharp edge here. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do for the back quite yet because I mean, obviously there's gonna be other buildings kind of bumping up right up next to this and like probably like behind here and stuff, but I kind of got the roof in just so I have an idea of like the general idea of this building. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to work on this building further, but I do want to get other buildings in place to kind of get a better idea of what it's gonna be like. For the most part, the front facade is done and I'm very happy with how it turned out. I even added in a little bit of lighting just to kind of help with like the cyberpunk feel with it. So I got the end rods all in. This is pretty much all the end rods I've ever owned in my entire life. And then I got like a little like extra details here with like some glazed terracotta. I don't really know. I like how they look behind the lights. Kind of adds like a little bit of color. Like if you use your imagination, maybe they're colored lights, you know? Like, I don't know. I wish we had color lights in this game. It would make this so much easier. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it looks. It looks kind of doomish. Let's get a little bit of distance on this real quick. I don't know where my horsey is. Fly. Oh yeah, that looks pretty sick. Oh, I like that a lot. Especially when we get other buildings in the foreground and stuff, you'll kind of just like see that in the back. I think that looks really cool though. That fills in that space super well. Holy shit. Oh, that is super cool. Yeah, I like how that fills up a lot of that space there. Oh, I'm so happy with that now. I haven't looked at it from this distance yet, and I think it looks super cool. Hello, sheepies. Now, we're down here with our sheep for a very particular reason. I want their wool. More specifically, I want to upgrade our tools because diamond just ain't cutting it no more. I just need more durability when I'm grinding resources and having to go back to the Enderman farm or go into like the little villager hall I got going on to repair my tools is getting really annoying. And like, I mean, I think netherite adds a good amount of durability to diamond tools. So I think it's worth investing a little bit of time and getting some netherite tools, doing a little bit of explosive action down in the depths of the nether. And netherite tools add like an additional like 500 durability, which means that's 500 more blocks I can mine every time. That's a lot, you know, that adds up. So with our wool and a little bit of extra wool I've grabbed from our chest and some planks, we can go blast it up. All right, so from what I remember, the best strat for getting netherite is to go down to like Y15? Like 15, that sounds like a good number. Oh, there's so much quartz here, I want it. Okay, we'll go, yeah, we'll just dig down right here. I'm actually a little bit scared of this because I don't have any. No, what the? Okay. Wait, 2? Give me 3. Give me 3. Give me 3. Give me 3. Dang it. I'm a little bit scared of doing this because I don't have any blast protection on my armor. And I'm not planning on dying anytime soon. Oh, I went a little too low. We'll do 14. Screw it. We'll do Y14. And what we're going to do. So check this out. We're going to go right here. And we're going to do a little poke hole on both sides of our little strip mine here. All right, so we just have to place it like this, and then we just stand off to the side a little bit, and then we go boom. Dang. Okay, so we didn't get any from that. It's gonna be so destructive. Woo. Anything in here? Nope. And we move on. Oh. There we go. There we go. That's a good chunk right there. Give me 3 right here. Give me 3. 1 right underneath this guy right here. Dang it. Oh. Alright, if I can get like 12 the ancient debris, then I'll be a happy camper. This is where we tap out. I'm pretty happy with 12 plus 2. We got 14. I think we have a little bit more back at our base. I think one time I ran into a bastion and I got a little bit of ancient debris from that. So I think we can upgrade like 3 or 4 of our tools, which is pretty hype. And in that case, that's pretty freaking awesome. I don't really care to upgrade my armor because I think diamond and netherite protect the same amount. I don't think netherite protects any more than diamond. All right, we're back at our storage room. All right, we have 14, and then do I have any in here? Oh yeah, 2 more. We have 16. That's freaking huge. Any in here? No. Okay. All right, I know it's kind of a waste, but we're gonna throw it in furnace just so it smelts really quickly. But while it's doing that, we need to make some netherite upgrade templates. I kind of forgot. It's not as easy as it used to be. I have a template, right? Yes, thank goodness. That should be plenty. Okay. All right, pickaxe, boom, boom, bang, axe, bang, shovel, bang, sword, bang. Oh yeah. So now also I think our axe, ooh, 12.5 and 10.5 damage. Oh, I think it's actually super hyped to actually have netherite tools now. All right, let's get over to our ranch area right there. Hi sheepies, I'm back. Don't worry, I'll get you guys a better little spot. Don't worry, okay? So here we are in our little plot here that we're gonna use to make our ranch. I'm super excited to make this actually. I've never really made like a ranch before, and I have a really cool idea for this ranch, and I kind of want to go over the build palette a little bit just because I think that might be interesting to you guys. So for the base, I want to do dark prismarine and maybe some stairs, and then we're going to transition up to the warped wood. I want to do the dark prismarine as like a base, like kind of cobblestone-esque, like, you know, like a nice foundation. It needs to feel grounded, you know, it needs to feel strong. So I think dark prismarine does a really good job at that. And then the warped wood, you know, to feel like it's kind of construction. And I also like warped wood as a texture. I think it's a really, really nice blue block. You can see I used it over there. And then interestingly, let me climb up a little bit. So we'll have warped wood, you know, be our walls. I don't know why I have this part right here. And then we're going to transition up to acacia wood for like the inside of our roof, like the, you know, like the, I think it's better to show than to try to explain that. And then we'll use dark oak wood as our actual roof part. I think dark oak wood is a nice, like, it kind of blends really well. Like, this is pretty punchy, you know. Acacia wood's a little bit less contrasty, but the dark oak and the warped wood kind of match in terms of contrast and like darkness. So I think the dark oak wood would look really good here. And I think for the window frames too, we might use dark oak wood throughout here. But I think this would look really cool. It's going to stand out a lot from the background. And yeah, I think this is going to look super cool. And then for the actual like rest of the ranch part of it, I guess, where the cattle. I say cattle a lot here, but I meant sheep. I'm a little bit dumb. I thought cattle was sheep. Excuse me. We'll hang out in the horses. I think we'll have the horses on this side. We'll do a little bit of terraforming, not too crazy. You know, we'll kind of fix up some of this over here. But for the sheep, we'll have to do a good chunk of terraforming because we're going to fill up this hole and kind of have all the sheep roam this area. And then also I think we'll end up making some automated farms for the sheep just so we don't have to actually shear the sheep to get all the wool and stuff. We can just kind of run over here and all the sheep will kind of be on display just to make it look like it's a real sheep farm, and then we'll have a little secret chest where all of our wool is stored at. But I'm really excited to build this build because I've never really built with this palette before, and I saw a really cool house on I'm currently in the process of getting ready to move, and I saw a really cool house that kind of matched this palette, and I thought, what if I kind of, you know, transform that into a country home? And I think it would look really cool, so I'm really excited to work on this. So, but we have one dilemma. This is all the dark prismarine I have. This 40 dark prismarine and those 2 stairs are all I have left to my name. So we're going to have to go tear down another monument. Maybe not another one. We could probably just go to the same one. But that's going to be a little bit of a process. I think eventually we should just make... Oh, give me that. Give me that. I think we should make a guardian farm at some point. I don't want to do the cheesy guardian farms where you can kind of just like stand in a certain corner up in the sky and like it'll spawn in that one section. I'm drawing a little bit too much with my mouse right now, but you know, you can manipulate the spawns a little bit with guardian farms. And I don't really want to do that. I've never cleared out a guardian temple before. And I think it would be cool to, you know, clear it out and then do all the sand stuff and the sponge and all that, and then make a whole cool build for a guardian farm. And I think that would be really cool to do, but we're not going to do it this episode. I just don't have the time. So anyways, enough blabbering. Let's go grab some dark prismarine and we'll get started on this build. And here we are at Barce Ranch, established 2024. Here we are, and I want to do it at nighttime because look at the vibes here. Oh my god, it's so bright, but it's still so moody. I love it. But yeah, here's our little ranch. Here, let me get off. Oh, wait, what the F? Where did I pick these up from? Let me get off Giuseppe. You can hang out here for a little bit. Oh, okay, this is the worst part about trying to film at nighttime is I got all a bunch of bruh. Anyways, here we are. So here's our ranch building here. It's got an interesting look. I wanted to be very bold and go with the warped wood and kind of like a bluish tone for this whole building. I think it works out. I think it worked out pretty well. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for this. I do want to add more of this cyan wool here, but I just don't have enough wool yet to kind of keep texturing this building. So for the most part, it stays the warped wood and a little bit of the warped wart blocks. That's a freaking tongue twister. Yeah, we got a bunch of like rose bushes going around, and I think the rose bushes are a nice little pop of contrast to blue there. And I think the orange roofing right here is also a nice little contrast to the blue. But over here on the right, we got our cattle area, and I love how this looks. We got a little like overhang, so like when it rains, they can all like hide out under there. It's not really big enough for all the sheep we have, but it works, you know. And over here we have a nice, big, beautiful dark oak tree that I just kind of whipped up, and I wanted to use it to fill up some space, and I think I might make another one on the other side, just to kind of help fill out that area a little bit. But I really like how it looks from this angle especially. Ooh, so pretty. Also, the sunrise coming in right now. Got a nice little pink hue. Then over on the left side here, we got a little bit of a bigger field for our horses, and we'll be slowly working on trying to get a better horse than Giuseppe. Giuseppe is still my noble steed, but we gotta get, you know, I want to try getting one of the fastest horses and maybe make him like a mule, so I can put like a chest on him. I think that would be pretty fun to try doing. And we have the other exit over here, Barce Ranch, and yeah, and then we have like all the bushes, and I got my ugly shulker monster here. Sorry about that. I also think this is a nice little detail just to kind of fill up a little bit of extra space around. It's just like a little stack of crates and barrels, and oh, I should have done a wheelbarrow. Yeah, there's plenty more details to be added. I'll work on those over time. But and then also right here we have a little bit of wheat storage so we can breed up our sheep whenever we need it. And I have a little bit of an interior. I kind of just threw in a few walls, and that's about it. It's not, I think over time we'll work on it, or maybe we just won't worry about it at all. But like this area could be like a little kitchen area, and then over here it could just be like a mud room or of some sort. We have a staircase going up, and we could have like a bedroom up top here with where these windows are. A lot of potential here in this area to kind of have like a little mini storage area for all the related stuff to the ranch. But there's also a lot of expansion we could do too. Like we could continue expanding out back here towards the forest. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of room to keep doing stuff with the ranch area, so I think this is very exciting. And we could move our cows out here instead of keeping them underneath our freaking our town center where the water fountain is. Oh man, those cows are so noisy too. Sometimes I'll just like randomly pick up on their distant echoes, and I'm in my storage room, which I always think is kind of funny. So yeah, we'll move them over here eventually. I kind of want to go over like this fence design just a little bit. It's very simple, but I think it's nice because it breaks up the monotony of like spruce, of like just straight spruce. So every like 7 fences I did like a wall and then a fence post on top. It kind of just creates a little bit more structure with them. And what's also nice is that I can fit through these, but entities see this as a full block, so they just don't even recognize this as a place to leave. So it works really well for our sheep pen too, because I don't have to have like any wool to like hop over or nothing like that. I can just kind of sneak in and grab all the wool I need and get out, and it's no problem, and I love it. So I hope you guys are really happy with this ranch area too. I think the blue building is really interesting. I was trying to look around for some like inspiration for, you know, like a warped wood based building, and there's honestly not a lot. A lot of people use warped wood as like an accent block, which I mean makes sense. There's not a lot of blue blocks in this game. You know, I'm trying something new here. I think the dark prismarine as like a foundation works so well. It's like a little bit darker and it kind of has like that brick cobblestone texture to it. So I think it just works super well as a foundation, and I think you guys should use it too. And if you want to be oh so bold and try using warped wood as your main building block. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I know it was a little bit short. I was strapped for time this week. I am in the process of quitting one of my jobs to hopefully dedicate a little bit more time to the channel. Yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support recently. I've been loving it. I'd be running into a little bit of a creative rut. So if you guys have any suggestions for things we could do out in our beautiful valley, let me know, because I always like having your guys' suggestions and reading your comments. You guys are all so creative, and I think you guys could always take, you know, like some building inspiration from me. So I want to take inspiration from you guys. And there's a lot of member benefits, like member only streams and our Barce World server that you can play on with other members, and that's always a great time. But I like to hang out on there every so often. I've been working on a base and doing some resource gathering. So if you ever want to play Minecraft with me, that is the place to do it. Real quick, next week, the Tricky Trials update comes out. So I'm really excited to try doing a trial chamber for the first time. So get ready for that video. I'm very excited. I have no idea what's in store for me. Trying to keep myself spoiler free. It's been very difficult. So I know a few tips and tricks about it, but I'm mostly excited about stealing all of the copper from it, because copper is one of the most annoying blocks to gather in this game. And the whole floor is made of oxidized copper, which just sounds like a gold mine to me. Maybe a copper mine. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Of course, if you guys enjoyed the content today, make sure to get subscribed. And if you really enjoyed it, you guys are going to become a member. And I'll see you guys next week.